Welcome everybody to my latest video. Now for this video, as you can see, well, it's not exactly arcade related, but we have another Transformer figure. Obviously you can see that it's Shockwave by the title. Now, if you watched one of my previous videos, the video for buzzing, in the beginning of the video I pretty much said that, I got two items in one box. Buzzing was the first item, and of course Shockwave will be the second item. Now if you haven't seen that other video, well, there you go. That's kind of like what happened in the beginning. But I'll tell you some of the things that I said in that video. I usually get my Transformer figures and, well, by the way, Transformers right now, either Masterpiece or third-party figures. That's pretty much the only toy I collect. And it's just for, it brings back some nostalgia, and it's kind of cheaper in some cases than buying the original Generation 1 toys. But yeah, I get most of my stuff from BigBadToyStore.com. However, this time I got the toys and, action figures, toys, whatever you want to call them. But I got it from ToyDojo.com. Now the reason I did that is because, one, both figures that I was looking to purchase at the time were in stock. Big Bad Toys only had one figure in stock and not the other one. But the other reason is Toy Dojo gives free shipping for anything over $150. So, well, let's take a look right here. You can see the price. Yeah. Buzzing was $104.99, Masterpiece Shockwave $159.99, total $264.98. So, let's see what it looks like. Lots of paper. Now this is interesting. When I took Buzzing out of the box, he didn't have any bubble wrap. I'm wondering why they decided to put bubble wrap on this one and not the other one. Kind of a, weird situation, but oh well. Maybe because this is an official, from Takara. I used to collect 80s toys back in the day, probably about 10 to 12 years ago. I've told this story before. I originally started collecting toys from my childhood, and then I focused just on Transformers. I had a huge collection. I did take some pictures, but those pictures are long gone. So, it would have been nice to show you guys just what I had, but at the time, I was exchanging probably at least $1,000 every month, buying stuff, selling stuff, trading stuff. It's like $1,000 was going, in and out of my bank account. But, I kind of all of a sudden got burnt out, sold my entire collection, paid off a lot of debt. But that's another story. So, here we have MP-29 Destron Laser Wave. If you're wondering why it doesn't say Shockwave, it's because in Japan, Shockwave is known as Laser Wave. So, let's look at the box. Typical. Got Shockwave in his robot mode and his gun mode. Transformers Masterpiece. Here he is saluting. Transformers Masterpiece again. Some Japanese writing, I assume. You can see right there some of the things that it comes with. And the back. Focus. There we go. I would love to have Soundwave to my collection, but that's like a $300 figure minimum. So I'll probably never get that. But, you know, maybe one day. Alright, so I'm getting something right now so I can open up the box. There we go. Alright, so let's take a look at the figure. Alright, so we got our typical instructions, our obligatory trading card. Looks like we got his hose right there, his rubber hose. Not hose as in hookers, but hose. I don't know, did they have hookers on Cybertron? So let's open them up. And we will flip this guy around. Lots of noise. Here we got all his hands. So we got a solid and a clear hand sticking out. And then we got it in a fist, solid and clear. The hands kind of suck. There's no articulation joint on the thumb, and the fingers themselves are all molded together. So yeah, not good. I mean, it's okay. You know, it's no big deal. Here, he has a little Shockwave figure. So were there supposed to be more than one Shockwave? I think this was in an episode where he was on Cybertron and he was shooting at Autobots using a gun that was shaped like himself in gun mode. This is, I'm really not sure what this is. Looks like, see right there, it's a stand. I guess if you want to put him in gun mode and display him that way, yeah. But I'm not going to do that. Let's take a look at the figure himself for the most part. Nice figure. I mean, it is what it is. You know, Shockwave, I mean, you can tell these are his legs, his back, his chest. You know, his head is in there somewhere, I assume. There we go, right there, his arms. It looks like it transforms, it looks like it transforms the exact same way as the Generation 1 figure. Maybe not. We'll see, anyways. Shockwave. I wanted this, you know, the original Generation 1 toy as a kid. I never had it brand new. I do remember having it as a kid, but I think I got it like at a swap meet, secondhand. I think it was broken. I think it was missing the hose, and the left laser tip on his arm was broken off, but it still worked with the batteries. Alright, so I'm going to transform this. We'll put him in robot mode and we'll see how he looks. So here we go. Alright, so here we are. The guy was actually pretty easy to transform. Not as easy as the Generation 1 figure, but still pretty easy. First of all, let's take a look at the card here. Typical, you know, trading card. There you can see his rankings and tech spec or whatever you want to call it. The instructions are very nice, very easy to follow, even though they're in Japanese. You got this little piece of paper, not quite sure what it says or what it's for. Geez, I couldn't even imagine what it is, so who knows. Now, of course, because this is an official Takara figure, you get labels. Now, I'm not going to put these on the figure itself. The reason being, you know, I guess if I ever had to sell this, even though right now I wouldn't get what I paid for it, but who knows? Maybe in 5 or 10 years it might be worth a little bit more. Maybe not. But let's take a look at the figure itself. Go ahead and raise this. Really nice figure. No die cast really. I mean, when you compare it to like third-party figures, but still very nice. I like the little translucent imaging you got here. His hose right here is made of like a slinky type material, so you don't have to worry about rubber cracking and breaking. Good articulation. You know, it's probably get some good poses going on here. Now, what I do like is, you see his yellow eye? If you shine some light behind it, there. See how it kind of glows? That's kind of the thing with these figures now. But all in all, a nice figure. So I'm going to go put this up with the rest of my figures, and we'll see how he stands out. Alright, so here we are. We got the figure, and you can see he is small. Supposedly he's masterpiece size, but he does seem a bit small. We'll put him right here next to Starscream. Starscream seems to... maybe not. I mean, if I was to stand Starscream straight up, he, I think, would be taller than Shockwave here. Here we got him next to Unique or X-Transbot's Apollyon. So definitely smaller. And you can see Astro Train back there. Chigurh, whatever his name is. He towers over Shockwave. And let's put him next to... Here we go. Was it DX9's Tyrant? And yeah, he's on the small side. So, I always figured Shockwave was about the same height as Megatron. And I know this is official, this is third party. But when you think about it, Masterpiece is pretty much based off of MP-10. Everything's doesn't have to, but everything is pretty much based off him in terms of size comparison. And you can see he is a little on the short side. And I got MP-10 right there, kind of in a striking pose, so if you're standing straight up, yeah. Put him again right here. So, my thoughts. I guess if I would have done some research a little bit more and I would have seen the comparison, I probably wouldn't have gotten Laser Wave. I probably would have went for a third-party figure just so it could be a little bit bigger, but hey, I could be wrong. Do I think it's worth the price? For me, no. You know, it was like $150. I think it would have been worth 125, but 150 in hindsight, not worth it. At least for me. I may be in the minority here, but there you are. So, if you have any questions, let me know. Until next time.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.